start?
Welcome back to Egypt, where we started. So I'm going to take you today to a tour around Sakkara, which is the richest places we can visit around the whole universe. Sakkara, it has tombs from the beginning of the first dynasty, which it means 3000 BC, till the late period of the ancient Egyptian time. That's why it's still very rich. It still has a lot to show us. It is still got a lot of tombs, and just 10 days ago we discovered a new shaft which it contains more than 59 sarcophagus, which it is now going to be exhibited at the Grand. Just have a look with me to see how beautiful the site. It's all totally where the kings choose to be sure that they are coming back again for eternity, because they wanted to preserve everything they have. As you pyramid, the first building in the whole world built by limestone. Also next to it, another pyramid, it was built by the 6th dynasty, because the first pyramid, it was built by the 3rd dynasty. And then straight ahead, you can see the Dahshur pyramids built before these pyramids. Then next to our right hand here, there is another pyramid, which we call it Teti pyramid. Teti pyramid, he was at the 6th dynasty, planned from the beginning to be a step pyramid. Then after that, it became consists now of 6 steps, and just we finished its restoration. But it's not only the pyramid, it's a full complex of the king, as if Imhotep wanted to build a palace for the king for eternity, to come back and enjoy all of his life activities forever. As example, Sakkara pyramid itself, it's surrounded by a wall which is 244 meters length, 577 meters tall, and of course the height of it is almost about 10 meters. To imagine that there is a French archaeologist called Jean-Philippe Luyeur. He spent all of his time just to try to rebuild back again this complex. So honestly, to come to Sakkara, it is still pure, it is still rich, it is still giving so much to know about the ancient Egyptian time. To show you the countryside of Sakkara, and also to enjoy the life city where the ancient Egyptian kings, nobles, social community around the area used to live. Okay, let's go. Sorry for the connection, because we are in the desert, and I wish one day you can visit live, because really it's worth it to visit. Now we open the pyramid, and you can go inside the step pyramid for after a long time of closing, after almost like about 20 years ago, it wasn't open for people to visit. And then we can visit several tombs too. And then let's go. Yalla bina. Let's go. Yalla. As you see, it's full by palm trees, which is one of the famous trees since ancient Egyptian time. And I can tell you that Egypt, it's producing more than 30 types of dates. And August, September, it is the harvesting season. So that's why we are producing and even exporting now so many dates to the round area, and especially to the Western countries, and also to everywhere. And that's why Egypt, it has certain areas such as Siwa, which is exporting and put special rules to have the best quality of dates, because it's full of a lot of vitamins and like minerals. And it was very useful for Virgin Mary when she was pregnant, of course, to be the main like routine for her food. So palm trees, by the way, they have been appeared in the ancient Egyptian tombs, by the way. So as example, you can see all the designs of the carpet schools takes the pharaonic style. Then we will see how people still have their own like their
interesting life, very simple, very quiet. Today is Friday, so it's a natural, like it's a weekend for the Egyptian, and that's why it's a little bit quiet. Plus, it's noon time, so that's why it is the siesta or the napping for most of the farmers. They go very early in the morning, and then come afternoon with the sunset to take their animals back home. So you can see most of the carpet schools, they have these designs like pyramids, like made of stones. And as you see the farmer's life, here I just would like to show you our cabbages. It's one of our famous dishes in Egypt. You can see how big. Just a minute, I'll show you. I'll show you just a minute. This is the old name of Egypt. It was called Kemet. Kemet, it is the name of the black land, because our soil is very rich, close to be black. Okay, and now we are moving to a different point where I can show you the carpet school. Let's go. Hello, everybody. Sorry for the connection because it's the countryside and also the signal a little bit weak. But I just wanted to show you every little single beauty of this area. So as you see here, the countryside around us and the valley. This is where the kings used to live. And as normal as we can see till now. So you can see everything as if it is 1,000 years ago, the same type of life. And I just want to show you the source of lamb and wool also, which is the goats and sheep. And it depends from which part of the sheep you can get soft wool or little bit harder or wider. So they have a special treatment to make it as carpets and to use it for our clothes. But this is again another craft. We try to keep it and we try to revive back again to be always one of our intangible heritages still exist in Egypt till now, because Egypt is also famous by manual carpets, which we are going to see now in one of our schools. Yalla salam. Let's go. So as you see, it's a very interesting site to stay in and also to live around, because there is a lot of rich people, businessmen in Cairo now. They come and stay in some small little resorts. Normal farmers around the area. Sakkara, by the way, it's part of Great Cairo. And the society here not so huge, so you don't feel that there is so many like traffic or busy and crowded. No, it's a very quiet area. It is still also a chance for some of our like bride and grooms to hold their wedding in some of the small houses around the area here, because as you know, after COVID-19, it became not allowed to have like a crowd anywhere inside the banquet halls at the hotels and so on. So that's for the area around. But the main crafts around this area, there is a lot. Some crafts coming from the palm tree, as you see. Okay, which is to produce some of the furniture or to use it to cover the ceiling houses, or also, of course, that the date itself, which is the fruit. So our palm trees, by the way, they are not nuts; they are palm dates. That's why I told you there is 30 type of different dates. But let's go to enjoy some art in this like school to be closer and to see how it is very interesting, how natural, how valuable, and also to give with you the experience about making it. Let's go. Okay. Let's go. Of course, today is a little bit quiet day. Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum. So we are going to start our tour from here, but I can tell you that Egypt, it's one of the countries famous by manual carpets, which is sometimes people, when they come to visit, they think that Turkey, Iran, they are the two only countries famous by manual carpets, while no, Egypt it still has the same importance because we have a lot of clever craftsmen, and also they start to teach them how to make a carpet while they are almost like 9 years, and they try to support the community because it was a mission since 1950s to make this craft back again to life. So let's go to enjoy how beautiful it is. By the way, this is several type of carpet. Salam alaikum. Here you can see there is 2 levels of the back of the threads, which they are totally made of silk. Then the surface itself, which is made of silk too. So we can see the threads here. So this type of carpet, it's silk on silk 100%. But how can make it like this? You should know this is a pattern which is following. And this pattern, it was divided into squares. Each square, it's 1 centimeter square meter. Another little square inside. As example, this one is 8 squares. It means it's 64 knots. So each square represents. So let's follow him one by one. So let's start with his fingers. Go closer, please. Yes. Okay. He put the thread front, back, turn, another turn, and then cut. But look how fast his hands. I can tell you sometimes some of the carpets he can spend almost like about 6 months, or for 1 square meter can spend like 2 to 3 months. But in general, it's very valuable because also when they use the colors to make the threads colored like this, they use natural material. As example, the hibiscus for red color and some other plants which gives it the blue color and so on. That's why this type of craft, it gives a chance for so many people to have business. So that's why we can see here, he started to be a clever and a skillful man because he started very young age. بدأت من إمتى؟ وأنت بتتعلم؟ 10 years? 9 سنين. He started when he was 9 years. MashaAllah, 41 years old now. So you can imagine how clever he spent all of his life making such type of art. Then we have another type, because sometimes to make silk on silk, it will be a little bit much more because the material. So that's why with our modern time, we try to balance the cost with the material. That's why this is almost the same style of art, but it's cotton in cotton. So we can use the back threads. The back threads, they are cotton, and then the knots itself, it's cotton. Of course, it's a little bit more thicker, but it's still the same idea. Okay, so it is divided into squares, and then he's following the squares, and again بتعملها بنفس التكنيك. Look, بالراحة شوي شوي. He just tried to show you. Please, yes, back, front, back, and then down, and then cut. Once again, yes. Okay, back, front, okay, and then, so you can see he can spend like a few months to give the full size of the carpet as we wish. That's why any pattern you would like, any design you have, any colors you wish, we can do it. So that's why it's one of the most famous crafts in Egypt, and honestly very clever and much cheaper than other places, and also real, not machine, because we still prefer the manual things.
Someone asked how long it is to finish a cut.
It depends how big is it. It depends how big your pattern you would like, the size. It depends on the size, because sometimes 1 square meter can take between 2 months. Calculate like 3 meters by 2 by 1 meter square meter, so we can calculate and estimate the time. Sometimes they do it faster, but in general, one is an example, 2 by 3, 6 meters. 2 by 3, it takes 6 meters. It's almost 1 year, as he said, the manager of the place who controlled the school, and also he is the one who cares about the kids and give them like salary for doing this, just as a kind of supporting the community too, just because not everybody owns the land here around the area. Washable, it's washable, as he said, and also some pieces, I can tell you, it's very impressive because it's free imagination. Let's see another type of carpets, and of course it does. It's a free imagination. This is the bottom of the Red Sea or the sea. Imagine that and try to make it live. It's double face piece. If you go down here, you can see because he's waving the threads in both sides, so it's double face. So again, it's washable. You can iron, you can hang it on the wall, you can use it on the floor, and of course, again, before coming from the goats around. Okay, okay, there is a question.
Someone asked if they also make decorative pillowcases.
Yes, for sure. We will see that after a minute. But I wanted to show you the factory, the workshop itself. It's live work, imitation or machine carpets, and we just show them upstairs. So that's why here he just wanted to explain us the carpet man. And when he reach a certain point, he will stop and then comp, make it all together again to fix back the threads and make the scene more clear. Okay? It make it more tight. The threads together to make clear vision of what he wants to make. If you wash it or if you use it anywhere, will never be separated. It will be always as one like portrait of the bottom of the sea. Okay, of course he's more clever than others. They are small kids, they make the countryside and so on, but again they have more. So you can see they are representing their life, or if he's clever as him, he make it in more details. So you can see the outline of each figure. Yes.
Someone would like to have an idea of the price.
Yes, for sure. Again, it depends how clever the scene itself. If it is sample piece or professional masterpiece, and the time, of course. But a range, it starts from
$50, $60 until
yes, it starts from $50, $60 up till whatever you would like, and it depends what you like. Because some of them they are natural colors, some others they are more painted, and we will see that just in a minute. Okay. Any more questions? Here it's my favorite place. It's the gallery itself, where they exhibit what they produced downstairs. Of course, now we have so many pieces of silk on silk and silk on cotton. And this is the example of how clever they are and how beautiful they are. So you can see this one here for the horses, again for the Red Sea, for the crafts market, the copper seller, and rice pudding scene. Okay. Then Islamic Cairo, Jerusalem, the historical and different type here. Very simple pieces, very natural colors, and this is here, which he means.
Someone asked about the contact of this factory after.
For sure, later on we can send it to our website for Flokio, and then they can contact you with them with pleasure. This is mainly the main target. We try to make a kind of sustainability for the community, because with COVID-19, there is a lot of people can't travel. That's why I want to tell we still survive, we're still back to life, but slowly. So that's why I want to share with you life. It is still in Egypt, and always we start our new season by Egypt. So thanks for joining us today. So, you can see some pieces, you can use it for the corridors, or it depends on your space. That's why when you ask it about the price, it depends only mainly on how difficult it is, and also how big it is, and also, of course, the material. If it is silk on silk, silk on cotton, cotton on cotton, and also now we start to produce cotton with wool. Yes, this is here wool and cotton. So you can see, it's very important to look at the back of the carpet so you can see how perfect the finishing. Okay. There is some little pieces the kids make it just to teach them while they are in the school, whatever the formal school or here at this carpet school, just a kind of supporting them. So that's why as a type of this piece, how much مثلا 40 30 50 Egyptian pounds, which it means like about $5, something less than $5 even. Okay, because this money goes back to the kids. This is all wool. Of course, also the pattern different, because some people, they don't like floral motifs. Looks like the praying space for Muslims, because it used to be these patterns famous at Iran, Pakistan, and so on. And of course, Egypt, it was controlled by Mamluks. So since 15th century AD, Mamluks, they brought with them a lot of designs and a lot of influence from this area. That's why we can see that very clear in certain pieces, like the one on the other side, which is the red one. Plus also they try to make something very unique, like looks like antique designs. أنا مش شايفة.
Someone wants to know about the paints that are used to color the threads. They are natural?
الألوان. Yes, it's natural, as I told you. Of plants, or sometimes like some of the material, like they make it with a special technique. يعني الأزرق مثلا, the blue color. نيلة.
Another question, which materials are used to color the paints?
Which material? It's plants. And I'm asking now the men for the other colors, because some colors not available for the plants. الألوان إيه؟ here there is something I would like to show you. لحظة. As an example. ده إيه؟
ده قشر بماده قشر رمان.
This is the pomegranate.
قشر الرمان بنغمق بيه الالوان.
طب اديني اللون الثريد الناتشورال. Look, they soak it for. It's. طب هات الابيض. هات الابيض. Just I'll show you. He give us an example.
دي الابيض.
Yes, this is white color. Can you see that?
سيبها في الماده شويه. سيبها في الماده.
Okay, we soak it. Okay, قد ايه how long?
يعني مثلا مده دقيقه وحسب بقى كل ما نعوز كل ما غامق اللون كل ما نعوز.
Of course it depends. If you would like more darker color with color, okay? But this is just as a quick example to show you the difference between. DUG. Yes, you can see after just few minutes, okay? You can see this is the one we soak it in the color, which is the pomegranate leaves, and this is the natural white color. Then blue natural color ده معمول من ايه؟
من مادة بردي دي
النيلة. It's a plant. It's blue. It produces blue color. Okay. Again. طب وري له الأول. This is the white one. Okay. Of course, blue it's much easier color. تمام. So you can see part of it, it is still in the natural one, and the other one which absorb the color. But of course, it's a very long process. It needs so many craftsmen, like the man bringing the wool and the other man who is just making the threads and then coloring and then waving and then finishing. So it's several stages. السجادة الواحدة بتاخد كام مرحلة؟
في مراحل الالوان ولا بمراحل
المراحل السجادة كلها. من ساعة ما بتبقى خيط.
من بداية اللي هو الشعر اللي هو بيتكون للخيط.
يس.
بيبقى لونه ابيض. لا الشراب لونه ابيض. مراحل بقى التصنيع الالوان تسبيغ الالوان.
Okay, يبقى the thread, then coloring, and then fixing the colors, and then
ثاني مرحلة إلى الرسم.
And drawing the design. So it needs a clever artist to separate each square and give the knots its space.
المرحلة الثالثة تزييت النون نفسه بالمنوال.
Making the loam itself and preparing the machine itself, which they are going to wave it by their hands after that. Then
تبقى بقى إلى مرحلة الرسم تنفيذه عملي على
the operation itself of making the carpet. Look here. After they finish, it's not going to be all the same level. So that's why he make it like this. He just tries to show you how he make it just clear.
طبعا بيبقى مستوى اعلى من كده بس يبقى طبعا بنزل في الاصل لحد ما اوصل للمستوى اللي هو الرسم يظهر.
Just after finishing, it's high this level, of course.
يعني بيبقى اعلى المفروض انه اعلى طبعا وببدا
and then he starts to cut it like shaving it.
بعد القص مرحله الغسيل بقى اللي هو الوش.
Then wash it with soap, shampoo, and so on, just preparing it for the use into the exhibition itself. Okay, any more questions? Okay,
they are saying that it's very beautiful and very interesting.
Thanks. Sorry for the bad connection at the beginning. Okay, let's go to see. I love the silk ones. Let's go to see.
They want to say
شكرا. بيقولوا لك شكرا. اسم حضرتك ايه؟ رجب. His name, by the way, by the name of one of the European months, Rajab, before Ramadan, when the Arabs fasting Ramadan. So Rajab, it's one of the European calendar's names. شكرا. حاسب وانت ماشي. Okay, I would like to share with you my lovely carpets, which is the silk one. Okay. Look.
how far is the pyramids from the school? 2 kilometers?
No, it's almost like 22 kilometers, exactly south of Giza. Okay? Come this way, please, Rami. So you can see, this is the one I mean. They can spend 3-4 years to make it. As you see how fine it is. It's amazing piece because you can't see any knots, you can't see the squares, you can't see any details except as if it's a painting. Okay. The full one. يعني هاتها من فوق لتحت كده. Rami, the photographer, he's enjoying it so much like you exactly. But for me, I love the arabesque designs and also the pharaonic style, which is our identity. So you can see this is one of the most famous scenes from the final judgment, which is representing the scale and the hieroglyphs, Anubis, the jackal's head, the human body, and the person who is going to the final judgment, and then Anubis controlling the scale. Okay, and then got taught the writer, the scribe, writing everything around, and then Horus leading him to the paradise where is Osiris, and behind him Isis and Nephthys. Okay, and of course the sons of Horus on the lotus flower, symbol of resurrection, and it is the rest forever. So here another piece which is representing the tree of life. Aywa. This is the story of Prophet Moses when they found him in the river. فين بقى? So now I just want to fix one thing I heard wrong, and I said wrong. It's not preparing this carpet to tell the story of Prophet Moses. No, it's about Prophet Joseph. Prophet Joseph, as you know, he was so handsome, so beautiful, and he raised up in the palace of one of the pharaohs. And then his wife loved him so much. I mean, not the wife of Joseph, I mean the wife of the one who raised him up. And of course, here it shows you when she tries to make a kind of love with him or something, and he refused. He's so pure. That's why he's just leaving. He just tried to escape, and this representing this type of scene. So it's an amazing piece. And then here we can see another interesting piece, which is bestseller in their store, as they told me. And then this one, it's multi design of carpets in one piece. So if you like floral, you can find. If you would like the tree of life, you can find, and so on. So this is multi designs in one carpet, which is called Bakhtiyar. Bakhtiyar, of course, it is the name of the cities which it was famous by these designs. Then this one is Kashan. All of this collection, they are all silk, by the way. So you can see, you can get the same final judgment on the big piece, but in a smaller scale. It depends on your budget. It depends on your wall. It depends on the space in your house. Here also another interesting piece telling the story of goddess Nut. You can see she is the goddess of the sky for the ancient Egyptian. As you see, they represented her as a woman with a stretching body. Okay, this is the reason her body full by stars, and they believe that she swallowed the sun every sunset, give birth every morning. So that's why this is the journey of the sun through her body. Okay, then we can see some other beautiful blue colors pieces or more reddish. It depends on your taste. So if you prefer blue colors, if you would like pale and more soft colors, really, it's amazing. Look how fine the carpet itself. Look. Of course, it's washable, easy to use. No worry at all to use it on your floor or hang it like this on the wall. If you have any more questions about, this is the tree of life. So you can see representing so many birds and representing life. Tree of life, it was one of the main patterns for a lot of civilizations. Here also, this is a new pattern for first time to see it. حلوة قوي. It's so beautiful. The golden brown with the blue. It's like royal design. حلوة قوي. Yes. Okay. في حاجة كنت هتوريها لنا. This is another art piece. Okay. This is very fine. دي كام في كام؟ 60 في 80. لا قصدي العقد. The squares. 7 by 7 like knots by square meter. By centimeter of the square meter. That's why it's very fine. ممكن تلفها معايا. Okay. Look, it's double side too. حلوة. رائع. Okay. في أي أسئلة تاني؟ Here we can see some other like our budget normal, if you would like a gift or souvenirs from Egypt or close friends. Somebody asked me about the cushions. Here they are. This is made of silk, مش ده حرير. This is cotton. So you can see. Okay. Here also. ده القطن. Here it's the cotton section. All of this. Almost so close to the silk ones, but a little bit thicker, of course, but it still gives the same type of designs, but not fine as the silk ones, of course. No. So here we can see the cotton again. في هنا خيامية؟ ما فيش؟ Okay, تمام. So now I wish today, sorry for the first bad connection, and I wish I could give you the best at the last, which is to be at the carpet school. Maybe next time you can choose another place. If you have any questions, you're welcome anytime. So I'm ready to answer you, even if it is offline. And really, it's a pleasure to show you around while you are stay home. Stay safe, and you're welcome. Thanks for following and watching us today was Flockio, and really, it was really pleasure, and everybody in Egypt waiting you back again to be more life, not on life. Okay, and thank you so much. Thank you for your patience, and next time, please, if you can suggest any other things to show you, let me know so we can do it together again. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Stay safe.